Reef DVM's coming at you with freeze-drying apples in the freeze dryer. You know, everybody does it different, but some people around the area really like ours. So we decided to show how we do it. First of all, you got to take your apples, and we do have some bruised apples this year, so this works pretty good for bruised apples too. We've got red apples, we've got our green apples. The previous tornado damage earlier in the season kind of bruised up the apples, but it doesn't make a difference. You want to just peel them. In this case, we're going to use our peeler here with my son, and then we drop them into some water that's got about 3 tablespoons of lemon juice in it, and we let them soak in there for a little bit so they don't turn brown quite as fast. It's fine if they do turn brown, by the way, but I just like the color of these better this way, and I like them a little bit more crisp. So then you just lay them out on the tray, and again, you'll see some bruises on some of these. I'm not panicked by it. Again, that happens on a farm with weather and so forth. I would say probably 20 big apples, maybe 25 will fill the 5 trays that we have for our machine. So for us, we do this over the course of about a week or two, doing all the batches we need. We just do batch after batch after batch. Well, all we season them with is ground cinnamon, folks. You can put what you like on them. A lot of people like to sugar them. I don't. The freeze dryer tends to puff up sugar and make a weird crystallization out of it, and I feel the apples are sweet enough. In this case, we've got some green apples. I've got some Macintosh. I've got some Jonathan. I've got some Freedom. I put the cinnamon on kind of heavy because we're only doing one side. And 2, some of it will fall off, as you'll see when it comes out of the freeze dryer and gets bagged. So to me, a little bit of cinnamon doesn't hurt. So yeah, that does look heavy. We're in the room here with the freeze dryer. I'm going to load these trays in, and then we're going to get this guy going here and get them done. The kids absolutely love these. I know these would store for years and years and years in their bags, but these won't make it till next fall. So they're great for lunches, great for taking places like camping and hiking. So we load all 5 of these in, and then we get the beast running. Make sure you close your valve. That's a big important step when starting this up. Can't tell you how many people I've talked to that have forgotten that, and their machine doesn't come to pressure. So these machines are good machines, but they are a little touchy in the order of operations. You don't want to forget things like your pad here in the front. You want to make sure the door gets a really good seal. I always make sure there's no lint or dust or anything on the edges. Sometimes I'll even take a damp rag and just wash it. Make sure you get that perfect seal. Your door is a very precious thing when it comes to these freeze dryers. When I started up, nothing special. I just use the Harvest Rights standard functions. I do non-liquid and I do not frozen, and we get this thing jump started. Again, the drain is already closed. Always make sure to double check that you've got oil in your pump. Your vacuum pump, make sure things are tight, and make sure the vacuum pump's turned on. It'll make things go easier for you. I do change the oil between every batch. When I take out my batches, this is what they look like. They're really light, they're fluffy, they're dry. The kids just like them. They should break with just the slightest bit of pressure. And that makes it a little different for how you like to bag them. Now, some people like to mylar, did I say that correctly? Maybe I'm saying that wrong. Bag them. I find those bags to be a little pricey. And on the farm, since we've got a lot of other produce we sell with the vacuum seal bags, we buy them in bulk, and we have a lot of them. So we just put them in the vacuum seal bag, and I won't even put oxygen in with these. I don't need the oxygen absorbent device because these will go fast enough that I won't even have to worry. The nice thing about these bags is they do a good job. Now, I put it on gentle, and I start vacuum sealing, and the minute it gets a little bit taut on the apples, I go to the manual seal button. And the reason is I don't want to crush my apples. Remember, they are a little bit fragile at this point. So the minute you start hearing them tighten up that baggie, just hit the seal and stop the vacuum on them, and then you'll be good to go. These things, I would say a bag that's about the size of, maybe a smaller gallon Ziploc, I can put about 2 to 2.5 trays in, and this will last my kids for about maybe 4 or 5 days. So 1 bag per week. So if we do up, 50 of these, we get a whole year's worth. Appreciate you taking the time to watch, folks. Please like and subscribe. Without your help, we can't keep making great videos like this. Thanks.